Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to get some Taco Bell because they brought back the Enchirito, and I don't know if this is a new menu item or not, but it is. Fuck this one already. Sorry guys. It's so hot in my car, but it's I have the AC on. I feel like you guys aren't going to be able to hear me. And it's not working. So if I start sweating like in 10 minutes, forgive me. But they also have it's like another version of like these nacho fries, but it's the steak salsa verde. The steak salsa verde. I'm Mexican too, so this is embarrassing. Steak fries. And I also got for a palate cleanser, just a regular taco. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see what's up here. Okay. So this looks like the Enchirito. The Enchirito. Why am I messing up on every single thing? But I modified it. I also asked for them to have like extra cheese and beef on it. I had to go in and get a fork because as I was leaving the parking lot, I realized they did not give me any utensils. And how was I going to eat something like this? You know, with not a fork, no spoon, nothing. I tried this when it came back. I want to say it came back like in November. I tried it back then, and that was my first time ever having an Enchirito, and actually got it twice. And I modified it this way last time with the extra beef and extra cheese, and I really enjoyed it. So, but why do they keep on bringing like the same stuff back? I feel like I'm a little bitter because I really enjoyed the crispy chicken rollers they had, which is basically like the chicken taquitos. And those have not been back since 2019. I can't cut into this. I couldn't imagine eating this with my hands. So let's see how it is. I'm just gonna have to bite it. I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. Fuck. Okay, so meat and cheese. Cool, cool, cool. Again, I'll figure out like where to look at. I'm looking there, I'm looking here. I mean, it tastes like how I remember it tasting, you know? Like nothing spectacular. It's also so hot. I think it's like 80 something degrees in the sun, so I am sweating. And wearing a black crop top sweater was not the best choice. But yeah, like, who's in charge of the Taco Bell marketing saying like, yeah, let's bring this back for like a third time? You know, let's not bring back those chicken crispy roller things. Let's just do this. This is probably honestly going to be my last bite. I'll save it. Well, okay. Let's see how long it takes me to clean that up from my floorboard. It's okay. It's worth a try. But if you've never tried it before, I would suggest modifying it with extra beef and extra cheese. It's okay. So, we were going over here. I also got a cherry Pepsi to drink. The cherry Pepsi from Taco Bell is one of my favorite things. It tastes like no other cherry Pepsi you can get anywhere else. Okay, let's do this taco. I'm actually really excited for the nacho fries. I know people are like, whatever. I brought my own sour cream and hot sauce. Because I don't like the fact they charge like almost $1 for like to make it a supreme with the sour cream, you know? So, a fork can go here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not paying an extra $1. Sorry. I can just bring my own from home in this handy dandy cooler. Let's squeeze this all in here. Let's squeeze this all in here. I'm also really excited to talk to you guys about Teresa's wedding special from the Real Housewives of New Jersey that aired a few days ago. I have some thoughts on that. Expired April 2023. It should still be good though, right? It's only May. It's only like a month past its prime. I think it's fine. So right now, angles aren't the best because I pretty much just have you propped up on my portable trash can car thing, which I never use because there's trash everywhere in my car besides this. I'm working my way up to get a tripod. That's going to be the next purchase. If I get 30 subscribers, I'll get a tripod. Oh God! I saved it. I saved it. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. Okay, hold on. Okay. We did everything we could. We couldn't save her. I'm sorry. So I'm just kind of eating it like a tostada. Fuck. Okay. On to New Jersey. It's so good. Okay. So I really appreciate that they did the wedding special kind of like a one-shot, one and done that they kind of tacked on towards the end of the season. They didn't make it like its own spin-off 2 or 3 part kind of episode mini-series thing. I think that was more than enough. They were more than generous. It went by fast. It went by really easy, just like pretty much how this whole New Jersey season did, in my opinion. Paid attention, kind of didn't pay attention. I got the gist of it. You know, first of all, the fact that wedding cost over $500,000. I can't imagine that. I mean, Teresa's hair alone was 10 grand. That was a lot of money. Like, how long do you think it stayed like that? Do you think she woke up the next day, like the morning after, and it was like still intact? Like, how many people does she have like to help her take it down? You think Louis did it? You think Louis like took out like those thousands of bobby pins in her hair? I don't know. I loved her hair. I'm such a big fan of big hair, so I really liked it. I wish I would have focused on the food more. I wish I would have really zoomed in on the menu and like showed what was there. Maybe a chocolate fountain, a fondue fountain, something like that. There is nothing like that to be seen at all. So I'm going to take off points from that. And you know what? So many people are hating on Louis, and I am one of them at times. He's just so hard to read to me. He's so hard to read. Have you ever confirmed that they didn't sign a prenup? And that's kind of a red flag there, but I know Teresa's going to be fine, like regardless of like how long they last or whatever. Like, I really feel like she'll be okay. Because if Jessica Simpson could bounce back from Nick Lachey, like after he took so much money from her after their divorce, and like she's like a billionaire now, I think Teresa will be fine. But you know what? Isn't she doing like paid subscribe content now? Like on her Instagram, she's trying to do like this private content where pay a subscription fee and you can win like a shopping trip with her, a dinner trip, like something like that. So is that because they're on pause? She's trying to generate some extra income. I don't know. And I really don't know what Louis does. He seems to be well off, but they bought that big house together, right? I know, I think we're kind of protective of the housewives because we've known them for so long. They've been on our TVs, a lot of them for over a decade. We don't want anything bad to happen to them. Like, I'm not rooting for them to divorce by any means. Like, I don't want them to go through that and the girls and stuff. But I don't know, just something about him and her together. Like, everyone's like, oh, you know, it's such a good match. It's such a good match. You got to see them. But I don't know. I don't really see it. I think she has more chemistry with her brother, Joe. But that's just me. Let me get into these nacho fries, and I'll share my thoughts in the rest of the episode. I mean, these are okay, right? I mean, they look like how I expect them to look. Let's see. Do we have any like nacho fry stands out there? Some people go crazy for them. They're pretty good, but it's something I wish where it would just be like a permanent thing on their menu, you know? Like, stop taking the shine from other things or other promotional items that could be coming back on your menu. Just make the nacho fries a permanent thing. Like, how hard can it be? If Del Taco can have French fries and hamburgers all the time on their menu, Taco Bell, you can have some nacho fries. Sometimes I feel like Taco Bell feels like they're the Beyonce of fast food. They love doing like these secret drops or like these promotional things and like making people talk about it and want it more, but you know, so far they're pretty good. They taste like steak, nacho fries, and the nacho cheese sauce. I don't really taste anything from like the salsa verde chili sauce. And I don't give a shit about these. Like, I don't like when these are in things or on things. They're always soggy. Now, Louis. Like, I'm not really gonna talk about people's looks or, like, you know, things like that. I don't want to be mean. Like, people can't help it. You can't help the way they look. So I'm not gonna say, like, oh, he's attractive or not attractive or anything like that, but he reminds me of, like, a vampire who's almost fully transformed, you know? like, whenever I see his face, it's always just so, like, shiny and puffy and tight. And it reminds me of, like you know, like on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when the vampire is like I didn't watch the show, but my uncle watched it, so I kind of know about, you know, the lore and stuff. Like when Spike or Angel would like turn to a vampire, and their face would just get like really like. That's what Louis reminds me of, but like maybe like 55%, 60% vampire transformation. Like he's almost there. That's what he reminds me of. If you know what I'm talking about, please say something in the comments so I know I'm like not going crazy. Like that's what he truly reminds me of. The steak from Taco Bell, it's okay. It's pretty good. I hate that it's so expensive, like it's at a premium, but you know, I'm gonna try modifications a little more and like add steak to stuff and like see how it goes. I was such a big fan of those Yellowbird nacho fries, and I got it so late. I think I tried it for the first time when they only had like 3 days left on the menu, and so many places around me were already sold out of it, but God, it was very good. They're good. The nacho fries are good. I know I was like saying like, oh, they're all right, but I don't get them every time I go. But I never really thought of getting them like and dipping them in different sauces. So like another reason why I have mixed feelings about Louis. I don't want to say all negative. I feel like because like on Reddit or on Instagram stuff, you see and hear all this gossip, right? But Teresa's daughters seem to really adore him. And it's like, if they don't have any red flags raised, why should we? But at the same time, they're young women, I think the youngest is, 12? And Gia's like, 21, 22 now? They haven't really lived and experienced life, like, as women. They haven't been out there. They haven't been heartbroken or scammed or manipulated by people. And they shouldn't be. No one should be manipulated or really go through heartbreak or anything like that. It's rough, but so it's kind of like, are they just looking at him because they're seeing someone like as a father figure who's making their mom happy? That's not their Theo Joe, So, oh, and speaking of Theo Joe and Theo Melissa, I think that was really tacky that they were doing like the Instagram stuff, like the subliminal messages and the stories and things like that. Like, okay, it's one thing you guys didn't go, and that's fine. But don't make these like high school stories, Like, you're not cool. And that's for anyone. That's like for anyone. Like, I feel like over the age of 24 that does that kind of stuff. It's like, all right. Like, what did you prove? Just more talking points that Teresa's going to have for you guys for ammunition wise. And, I kind of feel like Joe should have went still because that's his sister. And if he would have at least went, I feel like that really would have shut Teresa up, that he showed up. And even if he just would have went for the ceremony and not the reception. And kind of going with Melissa too, like they could have went to the ceremony. They could have left. They could have said, hey, we're going to show our support for you guys, and at least in this way, but we're not going to really, really celebrate. And I think he should have mostly done that because of, their parents passing. He should have went. Because their mom and dad can't be there. And I think that would have really meant a lot to Teresa. And maybe would have softened their image up. Because I know a lot of the fans are turning on Melissa and Joe now. I give Teresa and Louis 6 years. I give them 6 years. And I say that because Adriana, I think, is 12, right? So she'll be 18. I think once she's a senior and moving out, Teresa's going to realize, I don't want to do this. Do you guys think the kids of housewives are off limits indefinitely? Or once they turn 18 and like have confessionals and do all that stuff and really go off on social media, then like it's fair game? Because people are going to be nasty no matter what. And let me just clarify. I'm not saying like dox them and bully them and all that. Like, you shouldn't really be doing that to anyone. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. Hate blogs and pages that do that. Like, I just want to be entertained. I'm not that heavily invested where I feel like, oh yeah, take them down. But I feel like you should be able to speak your piece about them and not have everyone up in arms like, oh, that's a child. That's a child. She's 21 years old. She has her own opinions. Like with Kim Zolciak Bierman. Ooh, I want to do a video on Kim and Croy. I think I might do that soon. Let me know where I should go to eat if I want to do a video on them. I was trying to see like what Kim's favorite food was because she seems like she likes McDonald's. You know, she looks like a McDonald's lady, but let me know. They're not always going to be those, you know, they're not, people like to keep the kids set in stone like when you first see them. You know, people think of Gia still as waking up in the morning thinking about like so many things type of Gia. But she's a young lady. That's why I kind of figured, like, you know, I thought Gia, if she had an issue with Louis, she would have said something. But again, she's very young. I mean, I know she's an adult, but she still is young. And it's not like a Brianna Vicky situation with Brooks, or right from the get-go, like Brianna was like, no, I don't know what was going on there. But, you know, Brianna had some strong opinions. But it seemed like none of Teresa's kids seemed to mind Louis. So whatever. He's boring to me. Even though he is like super red, he looks like he's kind of like partial vampire. And he's like screaming sometimes. Like, he's not entertaining to me. He's not. Is Joju Adichie? Did Adichie ever come back to the U.S.? Are they still working on that? Let that man come back. Let that man come back. That still was one of the most awkward moments of TV for me. When they're reunited, Teresa and the girls and Joe in Italy. And that night scene was happening. And he thought, you know, he was going to get her Chocolina. Maybe at least a hand job or something. Can I say that? We'll see. And she was like, I gotta get to bed with Adriana. That was not good. I could feel the awkward tension. And I liked it. I liked it. If you guys like nacho fries, give these a try in their steak. I think there should have been more steak than the salsa verde sauce. Well, it doesn't really need it. I didn't really taste it. But I think it's worth a try. I'm going to put this Enchirito in this cooler. Shout out to B Loves Life for telling me about this. Well, not, you know, she didn't tell me personally. But, like, she was always, like, pouring this on her tacos and looks so good. And it's very good. I'm just trying to, like, you know, use up everything in my house. Oh, no, where's my sour cream? This is done for, I think. Oh, this doesn't mean I'm cheap, guys. It's just, like, I don't want to waste anything. There's so many times I'm cooking at home and it's like, oh, I wish I had that much sour cream. And, like, thinking back, it's like I was in my car and just threw it out, you know? Thank you so much to you guys who've already subscribed to my channel and have watched my videos. I appreciate it so much. It's so exciting. I'm just getting started. And now with anything, I hope to grow, learn, do better, and see like how far we can go. It's exciting. So thank you. The New Jersey reunion's coming up soon. Next week, I believe. It's going to be 3 parts, which I think is too much. Too much. Like, when did they start doing that? You know? A 3-parter thing. I think it would be fine with 2 parts at the very most, but we'll see. So I'll probably cover that. I might not do it every week, but maybe when it's finished, kind of do a wrap up. I do kind of want to talk about Atlanta so far and Kim and Croy. So we'll see if that's going to be in the same video next week or like 2 different ones. But yeah, let me know where you would like me to eat something at next. I have a lot of chains around me. So I was going to do Del Taco today, but I do not like Del Taco. I've tried it twice. I didn't want to do it, but change my mind. If there's something there you think I would love or I should give a try with your modifications, please let me know. I think I'm going to call it good.